I'm gonna be honest here for a second. I have always had a soft spot for Orianna. Like, her lore is pretty fucking sad. You know, you got this girl trying to get into the League of Legends, gets killed by a malfunctioning turret, and then her heartbroken father puts her into an android body, but she longs to be the real girl she once was. Like, I just want to give her a hug, even though she's made of sharp points and could probably tear my heart out without exerting that much force. But it would be worth it, despite the fact that she probably doesn't have the ability to sense touch as far as I'm concerned. But you know what? I'm not going to go on about this any longer. You're here for the memes. So, with that in mind, stereotypes do not mean everyone. If I say that a skin you use is only used by the gods of that champion, please God, do not get it into your head that you're the greatest thing to grace Summoner's Rift since the Blast Cone was added. Stereotypes are not accurate. They're meant to be sometimes funny, sometimes not. And, of course, all footage that you see is from leagueofgraphs.com/replays. You guys know this. For those who don't, I have to do this because League of Graphs asked me to do that. It's because they just want that little bit of credit, so in order to not piss them off, I'm doing that. Okay? Okay, let's go. Honestly, I don't really have a stereotype for this one. I'm not just saying that because it's a classic, you know, new guy this, that, but everybody uses the skin at one point or another. Like, even the guy who's moved on from it will come back to the skin at some point. So why should I even bother trying to pin down one stereotype or even two? Also, just a heads up, we're going to be talking about wombo combos a bit more than usual in this video, so just be ready for that. This guy wants a big titty goth GF, but like, unironically. But there's a small problem with that. They're going off of what their imagination says instead of, you know, facing the reality of what goth chicks are really like. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know everything there is to know about goth chicks, because I don't. But what I do know is that whatever you've dreamt up in your head is most likely not what they'll be like. And much like the goth GFs that he's thought up, his skill is nowhere near what reality will tell him. And he may refuse to believe it. I would not trust these guys with my life. There's just something about the dark and creepy stitchings and all the fabric all over the place that just rubs me the wrong way. He could be tasked with protecting you like the Secret Service protects the president, but once you get behind closed doors, he will not hesitate to stab you over and over and over and over and over and over again, just for good measure. Also, don't know why, this person has an unhealthy obsession with Alice in Wonderland. Like, really unhealthy. But props to them for memorizing every line from that movie, start to finish, every single time it comes on. They will sit there and they will repeat what is being said at the perfect time, in perfect cadence. I think that's the word, or tempo, one of the two. They're kind of weird. While these are the edgy Orianna players, they're also the most terrifying to play against. Even though Orianna is not an assassin, it'll feel like she is. You could be going full MR just to have a fighting chance against this bringer of death, and you'll still have about second and a half to rethink your entire life before you see your 12th gray screen in 15 minutes. And out of all of the Orianna players, this guy is the one who is most likely to hit the perfect 5-man ult time and time again. Hence the whole terrifying to play against thing. Does he get 4 honors? Oh yes, and if this were earlier in League's lifespan, everybody on the enemy team would have honored him as well. Oh, TPA. Good old Warpig. Always a pleasant surprise. To give a quick overview of a Warpig for those of you who have either forgotten or are new, this guy thinks he's a god at the game, but will then go into said game and get absolutely destroyed by the competition. And of course, it'll be your fault, because why take responsibility for your own actions when you can just pass the blame to someone else, even if they're not even closely related to your misadventures? Like, I don't know, you blame your AD carry or even your support, despite the fact that your support, was busy bot lane doing other things that don't even fucking relate to mid lane. Ults from Darkstar Orianna players are basically just black holes, because despite being on the opposite side of the map, you'll still get pulled into their 5-man, or rather 4-man, let's be honest here, wombo combos and die immediately, even though you're the 6,000 HP, 300 armor, and magic resist beast of a tank player that you are, because balance. If you're laning against this guy, early game is hell, but late game is a cakewalk, unless, you're a complete moron. And I should know this, because this is the skin that I use the most, and early game is the best for me before my enemy laner gets a couple of items, or in most cases, a couple of brain cells, and or gets a gank from the jungler, and then another one, and usually another one. They don't have to kill me, it's just sort of there for, like, psychological warfare, He's like, the jungler kind of sits there in wait, out of sight in some grassy shit, like the Viet Cong. And after that's all said and done, and I get over my PTSD, I'll just, hold out, maybe roam a bit, try and make things work elsewhere, maybe go down bot lane, or go up top lane or something. Also, this guy knows that Christmas stays within the confines of December, and gets incredibly annoyed when Christmas commercials start in November, or God forbid, late October. So you remember when sex dolls were like the big thing in the meme space sometime back? The weird one, the latex ones, and they were just cold and heartless and dead. Well, any HEARTSEEKER Orianna player, most likely, probably unironically, maybe we don't know, bought one thinking it would be like the real thing because, let's be honest, League players are fucking virgins. And he probably can't get a single kill because he's too busy equating Ori to his cold, lifeless latex sex doll, so he's probably feeding his ass off. And I know this is going to come as a massive surprise, but every Valentine's Day, he's alone. Damn it. So you got to gold one time, congrats. You're the best of the worst divisions. And I would know that gold is the best of the worst divisions because I'm in this division. And as much as I would like to be a higher rank, I would rather not go through plat. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with those guys. I'm a little too scared to ask. But you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy in the entire game until you get the diamond. But you get the idea. Plat players are just, they're the fucking worst. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them worse than dudes in my division and silver and bronze. So, yeah. I don't know why, but Pool Party Orianna just makes me so fucking happy. Like, you look into her lore, and she's had it hard enough being a real girl who got 5-checked by a turret, unless Riot changed it again, only to become an android who can't go into the water. But if you're asking me, I feel like the Hex Tech scientist engineer people could have, like, I don't know, figured that one out. But let's just pretend that thought never crossed anybody's mind. But look at how happy she is now. Like, look at that smile. She can finally go to the beach with her friends. And I mean, sure, okay, Victorious Orianna has a smiling face. Fine. But that's more like, oh hey, I got to gold. Yay. But Pool Party shows a genuine smile for a moment in Orianna's life that she's been longing for since she became an android. A day where she can go to the beach or go to the pool with her friends and not have to worry about short-circuiting and dying. Fuck, I want to give her a hug again. God damn it, right. Stop setting me up for these emotional attachments to fictional characters, okay? I don't know how much more I can do with these emotional attachments, alright? Don't, just whatever you do, just be nice to her, okay, Riot? Because I might actually legit cry again. And I'm not going to tell you guys what the first time I almost legit cried was, okay? We're not going to fucking go into that. And there we have it. Orianna has been stereotyped, and we will continue our road to 50 here on the channel. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your stay. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all of the videos that I post. And if you have a champion that you want me to stereotype, you can leave those suggestions in the comments section below. I'll see if I can make a dream come true with a little bit of meme magic, but I cannot guarantee it because I don't have that power. Maybe I do. Or don't. I don't know. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at L2KYT so you can get some important and well thought out tweets in your feed. I know that we all need those. But folks, that's going to do it for me today. My name is Legion2K. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'm signing off.